that you can stay with your not out decision, you're on spin.
Geez, what a brilliant decision that was. And you were right too. It was bouncing. So this wouldn't be Abrar's best figures because he has 4 for 9 versus UAE. But bowling your 4 overs for under 10 on a good batting pitch. Credit to Abrar. Apesh ends with a dot, just a 1 run. 15 bowled, 88 for 6. Not a healthy scorecard and all. Kamindu Mendis is there. Along with Chamika Karunaratne, who's faced 9 balls for 1 run.
Well, the problem with Sri Lanka right now is they don't have much left after this. So this is kind of their last recognized batters. So they have to make sure that they face all 30 deliveries, the remaining 30 deliveries.
Eight runs of 17 balls, this partnership. Wakar, I think Sri Lanka need to make a decision here. Hobble their way, crawl their way to 110, or take your chances and look to play some shots. If it comes off, you get 135, 140. If not, you're bowled out for 100. Because 110, 120 is not going to cut it.
Plus, either way, I think they're going to be well short.
That's for sure. Short fine leg. Well, he'll turn and chase. Plugs in the outfield, so just a couple. But you got to try. You got to make a decision either way here. I would think Kamindu Mendis comes off, plays the innings of a lifetime. With 140, you never know.
I think Sri Lanka should have thought about it earlier in the piece. When they lost first 2 wickets, they should have just sort of thought about not 190, 180, just thought of 160, 170. I think that's where they made mistake, and then they kept on losing wickets. And now, even 130, 140 might not be enough. They have to really play out of their skin to get to 140, 150. One more wicket down, but the problem will start.
Yeah, that's always my point. Get your foundation right, target a decent score that keeps you in the game. Things go well, there are your bonus runs. You look to win the game in all 3 departments, not just the one. Well, the 2 teams that won their first game in the Super Fours, they'll be up against each other tomorrow. Effective edge. How about that? Middle of the bat. You're not finding the boundary, but the edge, it flies away.
Well, at this stage, Sri Lanka will take any runs and every run. Doesn't matter how they come. This was definitely edgy. The roof was there. He just swung his bat. It was a slow delivery ball, just gripping a little bit in the surface. But nevertheless, the boundary 8 in the first 3 deliveries from Hossain Telat, who's been pretty successful, picked up 2 wickets in his first over.
Well, he's got to keep going, Kamindu Mendis. He's got no other option. Shaheen Shah Afridi and Fahim Ashraf open the bowling. They got an overreach. Haris Rauf has 2. Slow delivery. Well, tomorrow in Dubai. First ball to be bowled at 6:30 p.m. India take on Bangladesh. Both teams unbeaten.
should be a good game, both on high at this stage. India definitely playing best cricket of their life, and young team.
The point will come across. Well, what I noticed when they played Pakistan 2 days ago, India didn't have a good game. They dropped so many catches. Bumrah went for 45 plus, but yet looked dominant.
Well, it's their batting. I thought the two openers, the way they started, they meant business. Although 170 on the wide pitch, it's not a target where you just, chase it the way they chased. You do have difficulties, but they never allowed any of Pakistani bowlers to settle. They attacked everyone. Abrar, Shaheen, Fahim, everyone. End of the 16th, 97 for 6 Sri Lanka.
I'll do the travel arrangements this time.
Okay, just call Southall Travel.
I've got this.
When you try to make travel arrangements yourself, things can get complicated. With multiple airlines, hotels, and booking sites, the choice can be overwhelming. Trying to fit everything together can drive you up the wall.
I give up.
Hello, Southall Travel. Southall Travel can help you arrange flights and package holidays anywhere in the world. Call us 24/7 for the best prices and impartial advice. Done.
I'll do the packing.
That Manhattan graph is a really good illustration of what's happened. Wickets right at the start, so that sent them back 2 wickets inside the first 3 overs. And there were a couple of big overs as well, which kick-started things nicely and got them going. Then over number 8, a couple of wickets and pegged them down dramatically for the next half a dozen overs, really. And they haven't really recovered from that moment. So they've got some work to do, Sri Lanka. 6 down, 97 on the board, 4 overs remaining. The run rate just a shade over 6. Pakistan will be happy.
10 over will take them to 137. That'll be a reasonable total to defend. If they get to 135, 140, that would be ideal for them from this stage.
Yeah, this is the business end. Dragging that on the onside. He's did it pretty well. 1 bounce and it has gone for 4. It's a good start to the over. That's the positive stuff right at the beginning.
There's a good player, Mendes. 38 now. That was his 3rd boundary. And that too towards mid-wicket. There was 2 fielders there, square leg and mid-wicket. Played it between those 2. Picked up nicely that gap. Bit of a slog, but that's what they need at this stage of the game. Massive gap, 54 meters between those 2 fielders.
Couple of tall building blocks here will give them good momentum, Sri Lanka, for the last couple of overs. Running that first one hard, touching and turning. That's aggressive running and good running.
Good start of the over for Sri Lanka, 6 runs from it. In the last 30 balls, they've scored 29 runs and a wicket. That shows how good this pitch is, Hizzy. Everything is true, even bounce coming nicely on the bat. Pakistan did really well here with getting Sri Lankan 6 wickets. He's not very happy. It's not easy out there, guys. Let me tell you.
I mean, this is such a key moment right now. This is, remember, the side who goes down in this game is really going to have their work cut out to go through further, to rely on other results going their way. If you win this game, you're sitting pretty to a certain extent. You've got nice momentum going to the next game. Tikshana's in the lineup. We saw how well Bra bowled. Tikshana will like bowling on this track as well. Tashara will get some swing. It's a good length. You can't do too much for that. Nicely bowled by Haris Rauf.
It was a Yorker. Went straight to the fielder. Mid-off was up in the circle. He was lucky there. Haris Rauf, 1 for 28, bowling his 3rd over.
How tough is this? Every ball is now obviously sweating so much on his hands. How tough is this right now? While it's still very hot out there?
It's, apart from the weather, it's tough to hold the ball because sweat trickles down onto your fingers and onto your palm as well, and that's why you won't be able to grip the ball properly.
The kit they're wearing is absolutely drenched, which doesn't help the cause either, I'm sure. edge onto the thigh. Harris Ralph's got to get there. Zingbao's light up along with the stumps as well, but safely home.
Good ball would have been handy here because I think he lost a little bit of time when he bent down and grabbed that ball and followed through. Most of the time the idea is to kick it. Right here. Yeah, that's where I think he got delayed a bit. Good effort from Haris Ralph. He's giving his 100%.
So close to the stumps, he had to go that extra couple of feet than the batsman had to. 7 off the over, 2 balls remaining now. Haris Ralph wants to try and shut this down from here. It's absolutely drenched.
And it's difficult to put a wristband as well, especially on your bowling hand, because every time you'll come and bowl, it will slip as well because of the wetness.
Breeze around today, so it's unlikely to be some dew later. That's nicely bowled, a little bit wider of the crease that time as Kamindu walked across, trying to work on the leg side.
8 runs from the over. Good pace from Haris Ralph. He runs in every time. He gives his 100%.
A really good speed. Second ball 148 k's per hour. That last one 142. The rest in 120. So some slower balls in there as well. 25 unfinished off 28 balls now for Kunaratne and Kamindu Mendes. Mendes has got almost all of those. Kunaratne strengthens the bowling department as a seaming all-rounder.
He's bowling his third over. Haris Ralph, Shaheen's got one, and Fahim's got one as well. Let's see who bowls the next over.
Really good, the last 2 deliveries. And that's a dot ball to finish. That's good bowling from Ralph. Nice work to shut it down. 105 for 6. Three overs to go now. The best thing that Pakistan can do, of course, is break this partnership and upset that rhythm. Sri Lanka, they've just got to make sure these 2 guys bat to the end together.
Because after this is Chamira, Tikshana, and Tushara. The tail starts from here. So Pakistan point of view, they need a wicket. And for Sri Lankan point of view, 10 and over will take them to 135. Will that be enough? The time will tell. But at least they'll have run on the boards. Run.
Yeah, losing those 3 wickets inside that power play has really hit them hard here. And then, of course, those 2 in the 8th over. So 5 wickets down by the end of 8 overs is not a good story for Sri Lanka. There's a look at the projector scores from here. 10 and over gets that 135, which Wasim just said. Fahim now, bowling his last. Bottom edge, looking to advance. Dot ball, good start.
Perfect start of the over. Bit of a variation from Fahim Ashraf. He's bowling his 4th. He's only conceded 21 runs, bowled really well today. And of course, a pick of the bowler so far. Excellent spell from Ibrar. And of course, Shaheen Shafidi with the new ball, 2 for 21 in his 3. Ibrar 1 for 8 in his 4 overs.
Kunaratne looking to run down the track. He's not the quickest bowler for him, but the skipper has decided not to put in a long off. That's where he's looking to go for that first delivery. Slaps that to the sweeper on the offside. He's found a gap nicely. 4 runs. Really good shot. Well controlled.
Yeah, poor delivery. It was a variation. It was a slow ball, but it was short. It was wide, although there were 2 fielders there. Man on the boundary backward point, man extra cover. He played it perfectly between those 2. So boundary on the second ball. Let's have a look at the delivery. Yeah, slow ball, short, wide, weighted, played beautifully. That's really good shot.
Got a batsman walking around the crease. What would your advice be to Fahim when he's looking to move across that offside?
I suppose try to aim the stumps. I can understand he's got fine leather up, but he's got 3 fielders on the boundary leg side. That is a bigger boundary.
Certainly not static in the crease, Karunaratne. There he goes again. Looking to work that on the onside. There is almost long on. Came in hard off the fence, so that's good work from him. Nawaz. He didn't bowl in the last game, and he's not going to bowl in this one. Really weird.
Yeah, and Saim Ayub hasn't bowled an over as well, and against India he bowled 3 out of first 7 overs. So tactics have changed.
Shane Tullett has obviously done his bit, 2 for 18 off his 3 overs at the moment, so good work from Hussain Tullett, kept in the lineup today after the last game against India. Halfway through 18th over. Right at the base of the bat, just the one.
The singles are not going to hurt Pakistan. They'll be happy to give 6 and over, 8 and over, that'll be fine. 8 and over will take them to 129. And so far, Pakistan team have done really well. They came out with positive mindset. They got early breakthrough. Shaheen Shah Afridi took the charge. Bowled really well, swung the ball both ways. The game is in control so far as far as Pakistan.